I'm hearing such a variety of, we won't go out for less than this, or we won't go out for less than that. It is a huge range on what people pay. I mean, I see people paying like 30, 40 bucks an hour. I see people at $12 an hour and everything in between. I don't know of another industry I've seen such a big range of things for that type of labor, that blue collar type of labor. What would help me get my mind around that? I just don't get that.
Well, obviously it varies based on where you are at.
How can somebody pay $12 an hour and then somebody's paying $25 an hour?
Well, that's based on, like where you live. In California, we have, higher minimum wage. I think probably one of the highest besides New York in the US. I think Beverly Hills itself is like $18 an hour minimum wage. I think we're coming up on 15 here. So it's a little bit tougher these days because you're somewhat, I always say, competing with the government. I don't mean to get political or anything by any means, but I've actually had people tell me, it's like, no, I'm making this, sitting home doing nothing, $18 an hour. And it's like, how do you compete with that stuff? No, literally. I mean, they've told me that. I'm like, this is insane. So, when we first started commercial installs, we were paying somewhere between 18 and 20. This is like 2 or 3 years ago. Well, I mean, I've been doing it longer than that, but it creeped up to about $20 an hour about 3 years ago. And last year, the year before, I was paying guys that have no experience whatsoever, $26 an hour, 24 to 26. Mm-hmm. And that's unreal. I mean, you're hanging Christmas lights, So, it just really depends, I think, on where you are in the country, based on, what you have to pay. Commercial is a little bit different because it's a higher end ticket. So I know I can pay a little bit more on that. But it does fluctuate. I talk to people all the time, across the US in different spots that are paying 13, 14, and, we're up in the $20 range.
Do you ever pay commission style pay, or do you always pay hourly?
So not commission. I don't do the commission at all. Obviously the sales reps get commission. What we like to do is an end of season bonus. So we'll do a little bonus at the end of the season based on performance, based on, you're not going to get the bonus because you're not going to be around if you're not adhering to all of our guidelines. Mm-hmm. You got to show up on time. You got to, work hard, no issues, things like that. So we'll do a bonus at the season. So the nice thing is, as they creep through the season, they get closer and closer to it. They're less likely to jump ship or not show up, because that's one of the parameters. You got to show up every day. If you're not showing up a day, you lose that bonus, or you lose a portion of that bonus. So we do that. I know a lot of the guys in this industry that are doing residential, they'll do tips. So they actually, they'll generate tips for their employees, which is a great incentive to actually pay more. So maybe they are paying them 15, 16 bucks an hour, but they can literally make, $20 an hour based on tips, as long as they're out there and they work the whole season. Some of the guys in Atlanta, Brett and Ryan, them, of course, they generated, somewhere, $9,000-$10,000 in tips. And they spread that out throughout their, employees. They don't take anything. They don't take anything off the top or anything like that. That goes directly to their employees. And so many contractors out there doing Christmas lights, they don't even ask for a tip. And it's something simple. When you send the invoice out at the end, put a tip line on there. You'd be surprised how many people are going to actually, will actually tip you. There's another company out there. I love this company, and they were at Clipicon with us. All Set.
I got to get it. They're coming out bookkeeping beer and BS soon. I got to get them.
Oh man, Justin, they're great. That whole team is great. And I just met them earlier this year. And when I heard about their program that they have, a tipping, Google review, and then it's just like seamless. And that's a lot of things people don't ask for. They don't ask for tips, and then they don't ask for a Google review, and then they don't ask for referrals. This is all just automated, and it all happens just like that. And I'm like, it's a no-brainer for me. For me, I can't sign up for it. I mean, I could, but a lot of the builders, or the people we work with, the cities, the shopping centers, they don't tip. That it's not like they can just tip us. So it doesn't really work for me so much. But on residential, it's a great opportunity. If I was doing solely residential or getting into residential, I would sign up for them in a heartbeat.